Now let's talk about why South Sudan is in the crosshairs. First of all, South Sudan is the world's youngest country, barely 15 years old. It's still recovering from a brutal civil war, facing economic instability, political fragmentation, and a humanitarian crisis. It's a fragile state, and Washington knows it. That's what makes this story so telling, because South Sudan is an easy target. It doesn't have the leverage of South Africa or Nigeria or the global spotlight of a Kenya. So when the U.S. wants to send a message to the continent, they pick a country with little power to push back. But here's the deeper issue. This isn't just about South Sudan. This is about how African nations are often treated in the global system, not as partners, but as pawns. Think about it. The U.S. is now using visa bans, a tool typically reserved for punishing rogue regimes or corrupt officials, to force a country into accepting deportees it may not even recognize as its own citizens. What message does that send? That your sovereignty is negotiable, that your borders are subject to someone else's decisions, that if you don't cooperate, even when you're right, there's a price to pay. And for Africa, that's a warning shot. Because today it's South Sudan. Tomorrow, it could be Ghana or Senegal or Ethiopia. Any country that dares to question flawed U.S. migration policy, or anything else for that matter, might find itself locked out of visas, aid, or diplomatic goodwill. So this is bigger than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 deportations. It's about how Africa is still navigating a world where the rules are set elsewhere, and the consequences always seem to land here. But here's the wild part. There was already a court order in place, an injunction that basically said you can't deport people to a third country without giving them a fair shot to fight in court. And yet this still happened. Judge Brian Murphy, the one overseeing the case, was not happy. He straight up said this could be a violation of the court order, and possibly even contempt of court.